Hey everyone, I hope you are having an amazing, a freaking awesome day. I'm super pumped to have you here. I'm just waiting for it to go live and that's right, look at that. We are now live on Facebook. We are focused here and focused all about being confused. That's right, we're talking about being confused on your personal growth journey. So here's what I'm doing. I have my phone out right here right now. I am going to share this video out. Whoa, and my sound is on. That's crazy. Okay, so I'm sharing this out, and I have a challenge for all of you. A nice, kind challenge. I'm asking you, would you be willing to share this out as well with someone who you think could benefit from this? We're talking about how to overcome that whole confusion part of the personal growth journey. And we'll dive into what that means and what that looks like, but we're going to do that. So I'm just going to share this out here. We'll say that. Perfect. We'll share there. Perfect. And done. All right. So I'm shared. I hope you shared it. Drop in the comments. Say hello. Say good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I don't know, wherever time you are in the world. Drop in the comments. Say hello. And if you're watching this live, like Eric is, good afternoon, Eric. Welcome, welcome. Do a hashtag live in the comments. If you're catching this on replay, thank you. Thank you for watching this. And thank you for watching this live as well. But if you're watching on replay, do a hashtag replay in the comments. Just so that, I know you're watching and having fun, right? And if you could like this video, give a reaction, heart, thumbs up, something like that, I appreciate that. Just so that Facebook says, hey, people like this. Let's share this out with more people. Because my goal, my intention with this is to help more people. That's a goal. I want to help more people live their lives to the max, right? I want to help people get the most out of life, whatever that means to them. And to do that, well, we need to do some personal growth. We need to work on ourselves. But you know what? Can be complicated. It can be hard. It can be confusing. It can be frustrating at times, right? Frustrating at times when we are trying to be better, to improve ourselves. And man, it's just like there's so much BS in the space. That's what he talked about yesterday. So if you haven't yet, go back to yesterday's video. I did another live video yesterday talking about the BS in this space. All the amount of people in the space who don't know their stuff, trying to sell you all these things. And it can be really confusing. That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the whole confusion part of it, because it's crazy, right? So I hope you will listen, follow through, ask questions if you have questions, and just join me for this amazing discussion. And I want to kick this discussion off actually first by asking you, or by sharing a question that was posed to me last night. So yesterday's video, right? We're talking about the BS in the space, how to avoid that BS. I'll save you the whole long answer for it. Check out that video. But I'll say really quickly just to get it, to know that they know their stuff, right? To get it verified, to have a third-party resource, things like that. Check out the whole video when I go, yesterday's video when I go into detail. It's about a half hour long. So I had a question. My friend Daryl messaged me last night, and he says, cool, you could share his name. He's like, yeah, no problem. So Daryl messaged me last night and said, hey, I watched your video, love it. Love the idea that, you need to get people verified to know that they know their stuff, right? You're doing the research, the reviews, you're investing a lot of time, money, or energy, maybe money, maybe not, into seeing if that person knows their stuff or not. And he said, but what about the people who have been doing this, who have been coaching or teaching for years, either just have been doing it for years or just starting out, but yet they haven't, gotten results for thousands of people. Maybe they've got results, they've worked with a small group of people and they've had results for themselves and for, a handful of others. Or just a person who's starting out, who's, just building this up, they've worked on themselves and they're just starting to build their business. And building their business, but also building the impact that they can have. And I said, hey, Terrell, that's a fabulous question. I love that question. And so here's what I said to him, and I wanted to share this with you because I know that many of you, and many of us, many people in our Energizer community are people who are starting their journey, whether they just started or have been on it a little time, but not necessarily quote-unquote experts in this field. Like they haven't been doing this for years and years and years and years and years and have all the degrees and have all those different things. So my answer was this. know and look at that person's authenticity and what they can do, right? What results have they gotten for themselves? Ask them. Have those open-ended conversations. See what's going on. Well, how did you do this for yourself? How are you working? Do you have a couple people you've worked with? Whether, how far they've gone along on their journey, but just to see how they work with them. I remember what Judy mentioned in one of the comments yesterday, and that was to walk the walk and talk the talk, right? That's how she verifies it. So is that person walking the walk? Are they talking the talk? Are they doing it? Or are they being a hypocrite? If you look at those things, that can help you out, right? You could do that. Just seeing how authentic and real that person is, all that's there. Now, again, that's taking your time. That's taking your energy, right? To invest that time, that energy. And then depending on where they are in their journey, how much are they charging? And, we could go into the whole business side of it, but we're not going to right now. But that, it's still taking a lot of time, energy, and money. If you want the cream of the crop, right? You want to look for people who have been verified, right? Courses, trainers, people who have had third parties say, hey, they are worth it, right? You're that third party resource that you use, that you trust to give a good solid evaluation of, hey, this person's worth it. They know their stuff, or this course is worth it. It's gotten people results. And I realize it's harder for people just starting out in the space, but there are some of those things out there to help them out. And you can still find newer people in the space that are third party verified, but you don't have to, right? You can take the time, you take the energy, and do all that. So I really appreciate Daryl's comment and question. Thank you, Daryl, for posing that. But just know that for me, the cream of the crop are the ones that are third-party verified, if we can, right? The ones that have gotten the results for themselves, gotten results for other people. And it's not just them saying it or the people saying it. It's an outside resource saying, hey, we've done the research. We've taken the time. We've taken the energy. We've taken the money to invest in these people, to investigate, to look at them. And we're saying they know their stuff. We suggest and refer them to you, right? Think about it. Our relationships with people matter. So if I'm going to tell you, hey, you should go check out this movie, like, right, we're seeing this whole Top Gun Maverick movie now. People are suggesting all the time here on Facebook and all social media, say, oh, check out this movie. It's fire. It's amazing. Well, if I went to it, I said, well, the movie's crap. Well, that might dim that light on our relationship, going, well, okay, maybe you don't know what you're talking about, right? With the movies, at least. Well, in the personal growth space, if I'm that third party, I want to make sure that I'm bringing you people that I know are worth it, that I feel know their stuff. Otherwise, if they don't, well, you're not going to look kindly on me and not trust me as a resource, or that third party as a resource, if that makes sense. So, any case, share that, but check out yesterday's video for what I go in depth talking about really how to verify, because there's so much BS in the personal growth space. I mean, personal growth is hard enough, right? Hey, Michael, thank you so much for being here, brother. Appreciate you. Love the shirt, bro, and your message. Appreciate it. Thank you. Feeling strong today after a solid workout on the Ninja course. Rocking it, bringing it this morning. Feeling strong. Thought I'd, show the guns off a little bit. Rachel, yo, what's happening? Rachel, thank you for being here and watching. I appreciate you. Thank you. So today we're talking about confusion. Basically, the personal development space, your journey, it can be confusing, and it ties in with yesterday's conversation. So I would love to know your thoughts, questions you have. Drop them in the comments. Say hello. Hashtag live if you're watching live. Hashtag replay if you're watching replay. All that good stuff, right? And let's make this a conversation. So as I said, it ties into yesterday's talk and point, right? That there's so much BS. There's so much crap in the personal growth space. People are just trying to sell you the latest, greatest thing, the bright, shiny object, this tactic, right? And there's just so much of it. We talked about how to verify it, but it still can be confusing, even with the people who are verified, right? Even with the people who are the cream of the crop, right? That they're at the top, that it can be confusing. There's so much out there. There's so much. What are you going to pick? What are you going to pick? And are you sure that that's going to help you on your journey? Are you confident that this is the right thing to guide me, to get me where I want to go? Hey, Chelsea, what's up, stranger? It's so awesome to have you here, Chelsea. Oh, I love it. Love it. So beautiful to have you here. Thank you for checking this out. I appreciate it. And I hope you are doing well. Oh my gosh, so cool to have you. Thank you. So you have your goal in mind, right? You have your summit, right? You have your summit right there, and you're here, and you got to get to that summit. Well, do you know, are you confident that that course you're investing in, that coach, that whoever, whatever it is, are they going to get you to that summit? Do you know that? Well, as I said, it can be confusing because you get all these different coaches, all these different experts, the trainings, the courses, whatever, offering you specific tactics, specific things, right? They find a fancy word or a fancy phrase, something that's shiny, that's bright, and gets people to go like, ooh, that's fun. Ooh, I like that. I want to invest in that, right? Because it draws you in, right? And then they sell you on it. And all they're teaching you is that one thing. That one thing. Now, sometimes, like, it's good, right? We don't want to be overwhelmed. Knowing that one thing is great because we have to learn one thing and the next step and the next step. But the problem is that they sell you this one thing, this one tactic, this one idea that you work on. Great. What do you do from there? Well, then you got to look at your whole journey. You're like, okay, I started here. I'm watching on the camera so I get a point. I started here and I want to go here. That's a long ways away. And now you got that one point, so now you're here. Okay, it's still a long ways away. What do you do? How do you pick from here to get there? You need a plan. Actually, you don't need a plan, you need a map. And I'm going to talk about the difference between the two here in a little bit. A plan's nice, but a map, whoo-wee, it is so much better. So much better than a plan. And I'm going to share why in just a little bit. But I want you to know that, okay, you get this one nugget, great. It's like, what's a good analogy for us? Actually, I'm going to steal Michael's analogy. So Michael, shout out to you. Thank you for giving me this analogy. They're giving you a grain of sand. Cool. It's a grain of sand. Sucks if it's in your shoe because it doesn't help you or serve you at all. But you have a grain of sand. Cool. I got that grain of sand. But let's say you want to build a beach. So you can hang out, you can relax, you can just hang out in the sun and chill, be like, man, I'm living the life, right? You're living that vacation lifestyle, you're enjoying life, living it up to the max. But you have a grain of sand. Well, guess what? A beach has millions of grains of sand. And so you get one grain of sand, But you're not sure which grain of sand is going to help you build this beach. Because guess what? Some of those grains of sands, well, they go to a totally different beach, right? They're coarser, they're maybe a different color. And it's not going to help you build that dream beach that you are craving. I don't know if I got much farther to go with this analogy. I'm liking it, though. I'm kind of digging it. Are you liking this analogy, the beach analogy? So you get your nuggets, and you build it up. But they're all over the place. How do you know what nugget, what grain of sand is going to get you to that dream, that goal, that idea of, oh, I'm going to live on a beach, and we're going to stick with this example? Well, you need to have a plan or a map. And you want a map. Trust me, you want a map. Debbie, I am seeking instruction from people who share my core values. Ooh, I like that, Debbie, right? You find a person who resonates with you, who shares the same core values than you. You seek instruction from them because you know that they're going to resonate. I love that. Thank you, Debbie, for sharing. So good. Rachel says, yes! I'm so scared, scary feeling when you don't see the gap, right? Creating a plan. Looking forward to hear about a map would be vital. I appreciate that, Rachel. And I think you're going to like this because it's incredible. It makes such a big difference. And I've started changing. Once I realized this, I started changing what I say and do because it makes such a big difference. Get a sip of coffee quick. Okay. Gives you a chance to give your ears a break from me rambling on here. Okay, so let's talk the difference between a plan versus a map. You're here, you want to get to here, and okay, you can take the pathway. I love hiking, right? I love being outside. So, I think about the goal, the dream as a summit, one of the many summits we have in life. And well, there's a pathway to get there, right? There's the hiking path to get you up to the top. Cool. So you want to build a path, right? You want to build a plan to get you there. Well, here's a problem with a plan, like getting up to the summit. Generally, with a summit, there's only one pathway that'll get you there. You might have many at first, but then there's only one that gets you to that point. When you create a plan to reach a goal, cool. You're already doing better than 70%, throwing out a random number. I don't know the statistics on that, but you are already doing better than so many people out there, because most people don't have a plan. They're like, oh, cool, I want to lose 20 pounds. Oh, man, I want to be less stressed. And that's all they do. Then they just buy trainings, get this person, and hope that it's right. But you're better than that. You got a plan. So plan takes you A to B, and it's just this line that goes around and gets, oh, we're doing this and whatever to that course, or to that summit, I mean. Cool. But what happens when you reach an obstacle? What happens when a roadblock happens? What happens when, heaven forbid, something happens in your life where you have to stop? You are unable to go on that plan because something happened in your life that caused you to hit the brakes and pause. How many times has that happened in your life? When you're going along like, oh, cool, I'm going after it. I got this goal. We're going for it. I feel good. Awesome. And then, bam, something happens. Maybe it's a car accident, right? Heaven forbid, car accident. Someone gets hurt, lose a job. Your significant other breaks up with you. I mean, whatever it is. It could be big, it could be small. It does not matter. Obstacles are going to happen. Yeah, we know that. But sometimes there's these big things that really stop us dead in our tracks. Heck, I'm trying to think back on all of my journeys, all of the different things I've done. There's been one of those in every single one, to some degree, to some size. Those huge plan-stopping roadblocks happen. So what do? Well, sometimes you have to pause. You have to take that break. But a plan, if you have that plan, you're screwed. Because you're going along the pathway, right? You're going to that summit. I know it's not a straight line. It's all over. But for the sense of just making it easy for viewing, here you going up. And guess what? And bam, you get stopped. And you can't get there, right? You have to figure out how to get over that. And you're just like, well, hopefully this diminishes over time before I go. But a lot of time it doesn't. And you get frustrated. When you stop your progress, we get frustrated. It's not just you, it's me, it's everyone. When we don't see those results, when we don't see the momentum, we get frustrated. We get disheartened. We feel like, why do I bother doing this? Why do I continue to work on myself, to work on losing less stress, being happier, getting more positivity, losing weight, whatever it is? Why do I keep working on myself when these stupid freaking roadblocks stop us every single time? Every time. Sure, you can have a coach that could tell you these different ways to help you get over it. Great. And we'll talk about that in just a second and how it ties into a map. But a plan, man, if you got a plan off the internet saying, hey, here's how you do this. Here's how you lose 10 pounds. Follow these steps. Great. You're at step 6. Bam. Life happens. Roadblock. That plan is trash. It's not going to help you out anymore unless you somehow go back and keep going and maybe that obstacle's gone. A plan is a singular way to get It's a single way to get to that destination, a single way to get to that summit. I love hiking. Most of the time, there's only that one pathway that gets you to that summit. A map, however, is different. Eric says obstacles and roadblocks. Oy, right? They're everywhere. Everywhere. Here's the thing. A map, think about a map, right? Most of you are roughly my age or around there, so you might have remembered the old fold-out maps, right? You want to roll them, you don't want to fold them, or you have to fold them very carefully, right? But think about the map, or pull it up on your phone, right? Google Maps or whatever. Pull it up and look. When you're looking at a map, there's a lot of different roads. There's a lot of different pathways. All of a sudden, right, if you want to get from where you are to that destination, there's a lot of ways I can go. Heck, so I pull it up on Google Maps, right? Just a couple weeks ago, I was in Nashville for an amazing Movement Maker live event. They just dropped a sick video. Check it out. It's amazing. You can check out Unleash You Now for that video. It's so awesome. Great video. Evan, great job putting that together. Any case, Katie and I were going to Nashville. We opted to fly, but we looked at driving. We looked at driving to Nashville. So we're leaving from Wisconsin, going to Nashville. It's about a 10-hour drive. So I pulled it up on the map. Said, all right, we're leaving our destination, going to the Grand Ole Opry, right? Oh my gosh, why is the name of the hotel gone for me? The Gaylord Resort. Whew, gone for a second. The Gaylord Resort in Nashville. Okay, cool. Pulled it up. And it showed me not one way to get there. Not 2 ways to get there, but 3 ways. And it could have done a heck of a lot more if it wanted to. 3 ways to get from Neenah, Wisconsin to the Gaylord in Nashville. 3 ways. A plan gives you that 1 way. A map gives you multiple ways to get there. So on your personal growth journey, when you are trying to improve yourself, trying to become better, do you just say, hey, I have this goal. Cool, I'm just winging it. I'm just going to see what happens. Or do you have a plan that's just going to take you to that single step? Or do you have a map? Ooh, man, oh man, that map is gold. Do you have that map guiding you and saying, heck, go up here, go there, right? And oh my gosh, you're on your way and roadblock. Oh, dang, stupid roadblocks, stupid obstacles. But guess what? It's a map and not a plan. So you're going from here. Oh, look, we can go. Oh, it might take you a little longer. Dang, that sucks. But look, now we can get back up towards our summit. A map gives you options. A plan doesn't give you options. A map does. Do you have a map to help you? Do you have a map to guide you to get to your goals? And guess what? Our goals change at times. I hope they do. I hope they keep getting bigger and stronger and deeper and more meaningful and just adapting to where we are, right? We have many summits in our life. Once I reach this summit, guess what? I see other summits I want to go to. And I start working on those. And that's beautiful. But there's going to be roadblocks. A plan is going to just stop dead in its tracks. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to get irritated. You're going to just be annoyed and want to quit and say, why do I bother doing this? Every time I get stopped by something big, by something small, something stops me. But I want you to know that you are worthy to reach that summit. You are enough the way you are to be alive, to be who you are, and you are capable enough to reach that summit. But those plans just stop. A map gives you options. And if you can even have a person, a guide, help you. Think about it like this. Remember whether you attended college or university or whatever or not, you've probably heard of it. They probably have this in high school. Actually, they do have this in high school. They have advisors. I'm specifically thinking like colleges or universities, right? They have advisors. You go see your advisor and you say, hey, I want to graduate with this degree. What do I need to do? And then they lay out your plan for you. But let's say something happens. All of a sudden, this course isn't available this semester, right? Or this year. All of a sudden, you have to take other things. Or you decide to change your major. See your advisor. Guess what? You redirected. That's right, Debbie. You redirect, right? You adapt. You change. You move. You could do that on a map. And you have a guide helping you. You have your advisor giving you advice and saying, hey, take this class here, take this class here. Oh my gosh, this happened. I have to pull out of school for a semester. I'm coming back in. What do I do now? Your advisor says, oh, well, we'll just adapt the plan. We'll make a new map. We'll look at the map and get a new route. How beautiful is that? The personal growth space, as I said, is confusing. Hold on, let me see. Debbie said, if you find a path with no obstacles, it probably doesn't lead anywhere. From Frank Clark. I totally agree with that, Debbie, totally. If you find a path with no obstacles, it ain't going nowhere, right? It's just leading you in little circles. Well, maybe circles. Love that. Thank you for sharing. So, personal growth can be confusing. You have so much BS in the space. You have so many people trying to sell you these grains of sand saying, this is the best thing. Buy this. They're not selling you a plan. They're not selling you a map by a long shot. They're selling you, oh, take this. Oh, this is the key to life. Man, you take this training, we got you, right? I see it all the time in personal growth. I see it in business spaces. So let's take a business example real quick. You want to make 6 figures in a month? Here, I'll help you do it in 15 days. 15 days, 6 figures in a month. Just take this one course, take this one training. Boom, 6 figures. Personal growth space. Hey, you want to have less stress, less anxiety in your life? Hey, we got you. Take this one pill. Take this one course. Take this, 10-minute training. Boom, you're done. That's a grain of sand. Now, a beach, your dream beach that you want to be just chilling on, is made of thousands and millions of grains of sand. So yeah, we need those things. We need this training. We need that ID. We need this. And we know it takes work. It takes effort. There's very, very, very few things that are quick fixes. I'm sorry to tell you, but there are very few things that are quick fixes. But we can keep working on them. And we can keep obtaining these different grains of sand as we build our map to collect more, to learn, to see how we can get multiple grains of sand, and then build our beach, that dream beach. It's incredible. So many people don't have a plan. Many people do. Many people have a plan, right? If you do that, you're probably better. I'm just throwing out a random number. I'm just going to guess you're better than 70% of the people out there in personal growth who want to become better, have set goals. You're probably doing better. Random number, I know, random statistic, 70%. It's a solid guess, I'm guessing. I should have looked up the statistic. I apologize that I didn't. But you're doing better than so many people when you have a plan. Great. Cool. But you know what? Obstacles are going to happen. You're going to stop. You need a map. You need to be able to redirect, to find a different route to get you to that beach, to get you to that summit, to get you to living your life to the max, to be where you want to be. You need a map. You need something, someone, a coach, a guide, a mentor, an advisor to help you know where to go next. Once you get this, what's the next step? That's why it's so confusing. Great, I take your training, I take your course. Oh, he said it was his best thing. Yay, I have this. And now what? Oh, now I'm lost. Now guess what? Now I have to do the research again. Now I have to invest the time, the energy into finding, oh, does this person know their stuff? Sure, this person knows it. I know I invested. Well, I hope it's the right choice. I hope this is the next step in my journey. Oh God, it wasn't. Crap, I wasted time, money now, and energy. Now I need to find what is the next step? I don't know. I don't know what the next step is. Or you have a map. You have a map. Man, if you can combine that map with that trusted third party, right? You have an advisor, a third party. My God, it's like gold. It's gold out there, right? You have people who know people in the space, or good trainings, good courses that are there, whether they're just starting out or go and been there for years, gotten them results, gotten other people results, and they know the steps. Now you're cruising. Now you're going towards that summit full steam, and you have multiple ways to get there. Freaking gold. There's one other big downfall that I see in personal growth. And I want to share, I want to open it up. I would love your thoughts on this, whether you're watching this live or on replay. Drop your thoughts. If you have questions, drop your questions in the comments. I'm here for you, right? I love having conversations. So feel free to drop them in, just so you know, right? You're welcome to. I do want to say that there's one other big downfall that I see in personal growth. And that is that it feels so lonely. There's times when you feel like you are all alone. No one else is doing it, working on themselves. No one else cares. That you're isolated, that you feel alone. That's demoralizing. And I want to share with you tomorrow how to avoid that, how to not feel alone. How to not feel like you're in the dark, because you know what? There are times when you feel like you are by yourself, in the dark, in the cold, all alone. And it does not need to be that way. It doesn't. So tomorrow at noon Central Time, same time as we started this one, so noon tomorrow. I know many of you go back to work tomorrow, but see if you can check it out during your lunchtime or check out the replay, because you will not want to miss it, because we're going to talk about how you will not feel alone, how you can avoid that pitfall, that problem in the personal growth space. Let's avoid that. And as a matter of fact, with that, it's going to accelerate your growth. I'm going to show you and share with you tomorrow how we can accelerate your growth and for you to collect more sand, more bits of sand to build that beautiful, gorgeous beach. And that's tomorrow. So yesterday we talked about the BS in the space, that there's so much just ridiculous crap in the space. Check out yesterday's video to hear me go off and rant on that. Because there's so much BS, so much out there, heck, even amongst the verified good stuff, there's so much out there, it's confusing. You don't know what to take, what's the best thing for you, and what step is the next step to take. So today we talked about how to make it less confusing, how to have clarity in this confusion. To have clarity so that you know what the next step is, what the next training, what the next course is, where you're going. And then as roadblocks happen, you don't have a plan, you have a map. So now you have multiple ways to get to your summit. Tomorrow, I want to help you not feel alone. To not feel exhausted, tired, broke. Because you don't have to be. Tomorrow we're going to talk about how to feel invigorated, how to feel alive, how to not feel alone, and to actually accelerate your growth. So I hope you join me tomorrow, noon Central Time. Love to have you. It's 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific Time. So with that, thank you for being you. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. And as I said yesterday, I'm going to ask this again. I asked it in the very, very beginning of this video. If you know one person who would benefit from hearing this, just one person, if you know one person who would benefit from this, please share it with them. Tag them in a comment, share it with them, whether you share it to them in a message on their wall, or maybe you text it to them, I don't care. Share it with them. Together, as a family, as a community, we can change the world, because we are here together to support you. I'm here to support you. And I know we, as a community, can change millions, if not billions, of lives. So thank you so much for being you. I appreciate you. Eric says, looking forward to tomorrow. Me too, brother. Me too. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. When clarity is not available, try confidence. If that is not available to you, try courage. Love that. Thank you, Debbie, for sharing that. I appreciate it. But let's find that clarity, right? We got this. You got this. Okay? So thank you, everyone. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you tomorrow for the live video. All right. Have an awesome day. Share it with one person. All right. Catch you later.